Good day everyone, I am Jumao-as. So for today's video, I will show you the answers of Miss Katia about the community and home environment, which are the learner's physical aspect and the social aspect, the emotional and moral, and the last one is the cognitive aspect. So here in my case, I wasn't able to ask her the questions personally because she lived in Lapu-Lapu City, and we wasn't able to have a video call because her schedule is very hectic since she is a ESL teacher. So here is her answers about the questions I gave to her.
Okay, I'm going to answer about the learner's physical aspect, and it's all about my son. So let's start with the health. During my pregnancy, it was okay. It was totally fine. So even though I am working for my whole pregnancy, I felt morning sickness, contractions anytime, but then I got used to that pain already, and it's like my routine during that time, and they said it's pretty normal for those moms who are working, so I already accept that one. And when it comes to ailments or health problem, so far we don't have a serious one, and we're not hoping to have that. It was just happened recently that he almost diagnosed with pneumonia, but good thing it's not, and he able to have a proper medication from the right doctor. So that's it. For the right age that he started to walk, it was 9 months old. He already know how to stand, able to walk little by little, and let's say independently, it was a year. And when it comes to talking to, I think it's the same. It's 9 months. He can utter single words, and he can imitate it. And for independently talked, well, maybe it took a year or two, because I can see my son is really a fast learner and advanced. And when it comes to food preferences, it's very common that we actually rely on Cerelac brand. And also I alternated with some vegetables, mashed vegetables and fruits. Since he's not a breastfeed, I just did breastfeed for only 3 months because I have to go back to work. But then I try my best. We try our best to have the nearest formula milk of a breastfeed nutrient, something like that. So now let's proceed to the learner social aspect. So let's talk about my child's sociability. So I can say that he's very friendly, but at first, of course, he'll be shy since it's common for kids if it's their first time to see that person. And in the long run, if they actually know each other, so that's the time that he can play with, talk with, and my son is very playful and talkative with the people he knows here in our area. So, of course, I'm not that strict to not let him go outside, but for safety measures, so I let him go with someone else, so with a companion always. For the rules, yeah, I have some rules, but not a lot. It's just light rules that is applicable for him. So let's say, for example, if he'll go outside, so he needs to ask permission first. So he asks always permission to the things that needs to be permitted. So going outside, using some tools, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to answer about the emotional and moral. I don't expect much on my son since he's still very young. So I just let him discover on his own and enjoy every moment at the same time. Guide him whatever he would do during this stage. So when it comes to providing a nurture environment, so I have to make sure that he feels safe, loved, and cared in every corner in our place. So when it comes to expressing thyself, so my son is really good at it since I actually trained him to be expressive and to be open about his feelings. So anytime if he feels something strange or bad, so he actually shared it to me. And as a parent, as a mom, so I also listen attentively and react about what I heard because he likes it. He really wants me to react every expression that he made. So that's really awesome. And for doing something that is not successful in his case, so I let him motivate to try and try and try. But of course, as a young child, so they have a short span of patience too, so they easily get upset, angry. So you just need to let them calm down. So it really needs a lot of patience too as a mom. So just try to motivate and let them realize that there's still a lot of next time, and just keep on doing it to succeed. Of course, try and try until you succeed. So I inject that one to my son. For the discipline, yeah, I have set some rules in the house, but not much. I don't expect that he can follow all of it. As much as possible, he can follow the minor and daily routine that we have. For example, eat on time, drink milk on time, sleep on time, and if he will go to school, so he needs to wake up early, something like that. So those basic routine rules only. So I'm imposing it through oral. So I will let him know about the rules so that I know what he will respond or his reaction about the rules. So and then we can talk about it, and then we will go to the consequences when he breaks one of the rules. So as a mom, I want my son to have fear of doing some bad doings or breaking some consequence or making mistakes, because I believe that if you're not afraid of doing something, so you really do that thing. So as much as possible, I will inject some fear to him that there are some things that it's not good to do and you should fear to do it. So yeah, consequence, it's common consequence for mothers. So I'm now going to talk about the learner's cognitive aspects. So my child's interest at the moment is playing, very playful. He likes coloring books and yeah, talking. He likes communicating much because he actually uses English for his routine. And when it comes to if he's good, of course, I would say that he's good because he was able to obey and try to listen to his teachers and participate if needed. For subject, they don't still have the difficulty because he's still a kindergarten student, so it's just more on play, fun class, and interaction, like fun interaction. As a mom, I always monitor my son, not because of the school performance, but because of his safety, because he's still young. So yeah, we have that kind of feeling that maybe we don't know what happened to him. So as much as possible during his class time or class hours, so I'll be there in his class or school. And of course, I motivate him to go to the class so that he can see his classmates, his teachers, and able to talk with them. For the rules, I don't set rules for his study because I know in the right time, so it will develop naturally. So for now, I can see that he can really express well using the English language that I inject to him. So time will come that he will know all the skills that's needed in the school. For the rules, yeah, I don't have the rules. I just try to remind him that you have to practice this one, you have to practice numbers or alphabets, and then we will try to practice it at home. And yeah, I'm not expecting too much, and I don't force him too much. So if he feels that I'm tired, I don't do it. So I just stop too. So I don't force because it does have a bad effect to someone, especially to a child. Forcing about something he doesn't like to do. That's it.